So today we have Jim Townsend, the CEO of Townsend Energy, here to talk to us about how they are operating within the coronavirus pandemic. And Townsend Energy, for those of you who don't know, they deliver BioPure heating oil and propane. They are also a full-service HVAC contractor offering heating and air conditioning equipment, installations, service, and repairs in their service area, which consists of northeastern Massachusetts, southern New Hampshire, and southern Maine. Jim, how are you today?
Doing great. Thank you, Brad. How are you doing? Good to be with you this morning.
Yeah, I'm doing well, thanks. We're all adapting to this COVID-19 crisis that we have. So it's definitely, we're all in our remote offices. We've got Andrew here as well. So let's jump right in. So I'm going to start by just asking the basic question: how has COVID-19 impacted your fuel services as far as deliveries and being able to, handle your customer base?
Well, first of all, let me say hello to Andrew. And speaking of working remote, as you can see, I'm in my kitchen where I'm working, but also trying to practice my limited culinary skills as well. So a dual benefit. About 2 weeks ago, it became obvious that we had a national crisis on our hands. And it was going to be an event that no one had a playbook for. We certainly didn't, and most people didn't. This is something new. But we knew that it was going to present significant challenges to our business, Brett. And I know that we immediately put together a small SWAT team. And the idea of that team was to identify our highest priorities. And our highest priorities have been the health and safety of our employees, our customers, and the communities we serve. And everything we have done, and we meet every day, has been to monitor, implement, and make sure we're complying with those health and safety hygiene protocols that we've put in place for our company.
That's awesome. And I know Andrew has been spearheading a lot of the communication that goes out via email. I've been handling the website side of it. So electronic communications has been super effective to get the word out. What are you guys doing from a health and safety perspective with being able to deliver fuel and limiting the contact with your customer base?
What we're doing is, we're implementing what's been recommended in the guidance of CDC, the World Health Organization, our federal, state, and local folks, certainly social distancing. We have closed our offices to walk-ins. We are operating 98% of our office staff remotely without any interruption to the services. And we have been deemed in Massachusetts to provide essential services. So some of the things with our drivers and our service techs and our salespeople and office folks are wearing gloves, washing hands frequently, again, maintaining that social distancing. We've accelerated the cleaning of all of our offices, of our vehicles, of those areas where we might spend common time. So really following the guidance of the organizations that have given all of us plenty of that guidance.
What about on the equipment side of the business? Are you able to service heating systems or air conditioning systems at this point? Are you able to do installations?
So let me just talk about what we're doing overall. I would say that our business and the services we provide have been impacted on a very limited basis. We continue to deliver fuel, both oil and propane. In fact, with everyone working out of their homes, we're finding that the demand, because people are heating a little bit more, they're cooking a little bit more, they're using more hot water, they might be drying more. So that fuel demand has actually picked up a bit. We are doing both planned as well as emergency service. Our customers, through our communications, are telling us that they want that, they appreciate it, they want and appreciate us to do it safely and to make sure that we're implementing our health and safety protocols, and we're doing that. In advance of any service calls, we are giving our customers a call, asking if there may be anyone who might be sick. God forbid they've been diagnosed with coronavirus, and we really are asking them if there is a way that we can enter through a door or an access that might be open. We really don't need communication. And the service and installations have been going along without without any changes. Now, I will say we've had some customers who have said, you know what, I prefer that you don't do that tune-up until a couple of weeks from now. I may delay that installation, but every day we are delivering fuel and we're servicing customers and we're doing HVAC installs.
That's great to hear. It's great to be able to provide those essential services and be able to do it in a way that is, health conscious and in compliance with, all of the organizations that are out there. Andrew, I know you had a question you wanted to ask as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Jim, good morning. One thing, Jim, I wanted to ask you about was, is there anything that we should be communicating to the customers in regards of deceptive sales tactics and practices that could be misleading for a homeowner, during this crisis where maybe, competitors or other companies are trying to take advantage of the situation versus, communicate to the customers at the proper level?
Andrew, absolutely. Whenever there's a situation like this, there are always those what I would call bottom feeders whose ethics are less than what they should be. And I would say we all, whether it be digitally or whether it be through the mail or whether it be on the phone, we should be guarded with those folks that may try to do that. I'm not sure whether or not and by the way, you guys have done a fantastic job of communicating our messages to customers and employees and getting our social message out there. We I know have talked about introducing that little warning to our customers to beware, buyer beware of these kinds of things. And I think we're going to be discussing it more over the next days and weeks.
Jim, one last question for you. Where should the Townsend customers, existing and both potentially new customers, go for and the latest news on the services that can be provided from Townsend Energy?
We're giving our customers multiple channels, Andrew. As I said, we're closed to walk-ins. We don't have people in our offices, but our phones and the individuals answering those phones has been fully functional and seamless. So certainly those customers can call us. We've got, as both of you know, a terrific website where customers can communicate. Specifically, they can go to the Ask Jim on our website, and I respond immediately to that. We've got our online, we've got our digital marketing tools that we're using in the communications, and we've got our mobile app. So I like to think that we have a number of channels. And by the way, on every communication, my cell phone and my brother Mark's cell phone number is on there so they can communicate with us personally. So what we've tried to do is, in a situation like this, you never want to hide. You want to be out front. You want to be proactive. You want to be communicative. And I think that that's been also a goal of ours and an objective to make sure we keep our employees, our customers, and our communities informed.
Fantastic. Awesome.
That's awesome.
The other thing I would say, a real objective of ours has been, we have just unbelievably dedicated employees, and we made a decision early on that we wanted to try to secure their employment, if at all possible. What goes around comes around, and we feel very strongly about that. So we have, we've tried to maintain a good level of continued services, while doing that in a safe and healthy way, but also, where we can, make sure we support those employees and, keep they and their families secure. So that's been an important objective of ours as well. I don't mean to say that we won't experience great challenges. It seems like every day there's a new play in the playbook, and we need to anticipate that. As a company, we've always tried to operate that, rather than doom and gloom and spend all our time in the valley. We know that there's opportunities that we can and should take advantage of that can better service our customers up on the mountain. So we look at this as an opportunity to improve. There'll be some long-term, long-lasting changes that certain elements of business will never be done the same way again. and with that, a certain, opportunities. I'll leave you with this, and I know it's a quote that Andrew likes, and it's kind of the way we look at the situation. It's from Maya Angelou, and it says, "Every storm runs out of rain," and this one as well.